I decided to go visit my friend Shadrack, who lives in Bududa. Bududa is a rural town in the eastern part of Uganda. But if we're to believe Shadrack, the place is overflowing with opportunity. Through his visionary thinking and creativity, he is able to use the resources around him to create opportunity for himself and other youth in the area. Finally, we have made it to Bushika.
Yes.
We are really lucky and happy to have with us here one of the local Bushika pioneers, and to learn more about the project that they're doing here, especially about wine.
My name is Wamboka Abna Shadrack. I'm a born of Bududa, grown up from Bududa.
What can attract people to come to Bududa?
One, of course, we talked about its nature, the beautiful landscape of Bududa. That one alone, of course, it really appetizes so many people to come and then look at the place and know the place. Secondly, of course, Bududa is rich in everything. It's really rich in natural foods. It's rich in beautiful water. It has fresh things. Yeah. So for the crops, Bududa mainly, we are growing a lot of bananas. There are a lot of bananas everywhere. And that is why even we got interested in processing wine out of the bananas, because really the raw materials are available.
What inspired you to start with this venture of wine? Like, why wine? Why you?
I'm coming from a background of farming, and my parents are typical farmers. And definitely they are doing a lot of farming in bananas and stuff like that. We didn't know that we can actually do wine in Bududa. Bududa, of course, as I said earlier on, that's growing a lot of bananas. And of course, the bananas of these farmers had actually lost the market. And of course, you know, with the bananas, it's also one of the perishable goods that we have.
It goes bad if you don't eat it, right? Yeah,
definitely. So, of course, as people, we sat and then we're like, what should we do to overcome this challenge of, first of all, the raw prices of the bananas on the market. Then secondly, overcoming the challenge of the perishability of the bananas. So we're like, no, if we do value addition to the bananas to process wine, we would, of course, first of all, have addressed the challenge of the perishability of the bananas. Then secondly, we would also have addressed the challenge of the poor prices, because we could a little bit trace the prices of the bananas for these farmers to benefit. That is really what drove me into wine processing and making locally in Bududa. And it's really doing a lot of wonders. There is also the challenge of unemployment. Of course, you know, with Africa, but particularly in Uganda, of course, people are overcrying of unemployment for the educated people, unemployment for the educated people. But I can really tell you that there is a lot of employment for people who are creative. Yes, it's there. After finishing my university, I decided, I was like, no, I don't want to be in urban centers. I don't want to be in Kampala, just moving office to office, looking for jobs and stuff like that. I was like, no, we can use the education that we've started at the university to actually sustain ourselves. If someone in the village of Bududa who didn't actually go to school is earning a living through being creative, then who am I who has gone to school? Of course, I was like, no, I can really go back and impact a lot of lives in Bududa. So I decided as a person, I was like, no, let me go back to Bududa. I changed Bududa from being a rural place to an urban place. So I was like, no, I have a lot of youth in Bududa who are also, of course, overcrying of unemployment everywhere. So I was like, no, as a person, I can come in with this initiative of wine processing, and we can actually hope to address that challenge of also unemployment of the youths in Bududa. And currently, as I speak right now, I have over 15 youths whom I'm working with. And I believe when we've scaled up ourselves, we shall be able to employ a lot of people. A lot of people will come on board and they will be employed, they will earn a living, and I'm very sure people's lives will be impacted positively.
An interesting thing that you mentioned is
Yeah.
About young people wanting to live in cities,
Yeah.
maybe in the capital, or to look for maybe office jobs.
Yes.
You kind of went the opposite way.
Yeah.
Did people tell you, no, you're crazy? Why are you going back?
Yes, of course. I had a lot of friends back at university, and they kept on asking me, they were like, "You guy, you're going back to Bududa? What is good in Bududa?" Yeah, but of course, I knew that good things are always hidden somewhere. Yes, actually, good things are hidden in those places that people take to be bad places. Of course, you have to also know that even those cities, actually, they didn't start from where they are right now. Those places were also rural places. You see that? If we shun away from our villages and we're like, oh no, I want to enjoy life in already made place, trust me, we shall be having a lot of challenges still. But of course, if we have this mind of saying no, we can change this place into this, and you get started working on it, trust me, nothing can fail. And I'm quite sure this local place, as people call it, Bududa, being a local place and known for other bad things. Of course, you know, Bududa is mainly known of landslides and so on. But I can assure you, there are a lot of great and beautiful opportunities and a lot of good things in Bududa. And I'm quite sure that we can change this place to be the Kampalas that we are seeing right now and the Mbalis that we are seeing. What you're seeing here, these are drums full of wine that we're making from Bududa. So currently, right now as I speak, I have over 15,000 liters of red wine for consumption.
So how old is the wine in this
Now here,
room?
Wine that has finished 6 months inside here. We have wine that has finished 4 months. We have wine of 8 months. Yeah, so we have varieties of wine here. From here also.
Oh, another one.
And all this also full of wine. The smell is really nice. It's nice.
Banana.
Then also it has some coffee in it.
You add coffee to the wine?
Yes, we do. We add some coffee to the wine.
Is that your own innovation, coffee in wine?
Yes, it is. Yes,
I've never heard about that before. That sounds amazing. I mean,
it's very interesting.
I love coffee. I love wine.
Yeah.
And then you combine them?
Yeah. It is interesting.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The wine is so delicious. How do you make sure that you don't just enjoy all of it yourself?
It's really interesting. But you know, with the ethics of wine, you don't need actually to drink a lot of wine daily. This wine actually, it's medicine. Yes, it's medicine. After having a meal or when you're having a running stomach, then you have to take a little of this wine and everything will come to normal. Of course, personally, I always take this wine, first of all, after having every meal. Yes, and then it will actually function very well. So it's really advisable. After every meal, you can take half a small glass, just half a small glass. If you do that, you can really appreciate that this wine is really medicine. And definitely, I call upon all those people that are interested in getting to learn more about wine processing. Please come over to Bududa and come to Bushika, and you will learn a lot. Just come over. Come over.
So anyone who would be interested in learning about wine can come to Bushika.
Yes.
You can even show them what you do, how you do it. Maybe they can also be inspired to go back to wherever they're from and start something similar.
That is it. And definitely, particularly, I'm interested mainly in the youth, because, you know, these youths are always complaining of unemployment. But I can actually tell my fellow youths that when we become creative, trust me, the sky cannot even be the limit. Yes. So this first one is having some content of coffee. Yes, and actually that coffee helps to change the color of this wine, to make it different from these others. Then the second glass is having red wine with a lot of passion fruits.
Passion fruits?
Yes. Even it smell, when you're taking it, you smell a lot of passion fruits in it. Of course, you know, in Bududa, when, of course, I told you that we are doing a lot of coffee farming also. So I was like, if I put some content of coffee into this wine, what will happen to it? And of course, when I tried that out, it came out to be the best wine.
Should we try?
It's very okay.
Since you said that coffee is the best, let me start with that one.
With coffee.
All right. So this is banana wine infused with coffee.
Yes.
All local ingredients, coffee and banana.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I've never tasted wine like this before.
Wow.
Like, it's sweet, but it has some hint of coffee. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that this kind of flavor even existed. Like, look at the color of this. And then I wanted to try
For passion fruits?
For passion fruit?
Yes.
I'm expecting now a little bit sweetness, maybe some fruity flavors. Also very nice, and it has like a fruity freshness.
Yeah.
I imagine this thing would be perfect on like a sunny day.
Wow.
You're on the beach, maybe in Entebbe.
Yeah.
And this one would be my choice. You have seen it here first, banana wine from Bududa. Expect it soon to be in your local supermarket, I'm very sure.
Thank you so much, everyone, to come to Bududa and particularly to Bushika and to learn more about wine processing. And I promise everyone that I'll keep on being creative for the benefit of everyone.